hear me, human? Leave. If she is not here before the setting sun, I fear Magister Atusa forgets us. I see. I see. We hope for nothing, then. We wait for nothing. I like to be alone now.
Say, do all lizards smell like oranges, or is it just that crazy fellow with the pointy tail?
Send us your children, your supplicants, and you divine.
You there? I'm looking for an inmate. He wears a large bronze ring with a dragon stamped into it. Name of Migo. Have you seen him? Useless.
Where are you, darling?
It is a very important matter that I locate this Migo. Tell me if you hear mention of him.
Our Father, who presideth over us all.
The priest's jaws might be sewn shut with fishing wire, so harshly do they clench at the sight of beast. He speaks one clipped, precise syllable.
Son. I'm not offended by the beast, no matter how foul that name feels to my lips. Just disappointed.
He turns his attention to Beast himself, whose face looks oddly blank, given his usual rambunctious demeanor.
Did you think your merry band could try to toss Justinia into the sea and the clouds would turn to rainbows? A storm of your making still rages, and whenever word of your deeds reaches our ears, lightning strikes. When your flunkies scream for revolution, I know what they're really screaming for, Beast. And I know it's dwarven blood being shed.
Someone had to stand up to Justinia. Not all of us are like you religious types. You fold up your hands and pray. Like that's going to feed the hungry and bathe the young. I'm not given to prayer. I just get things done.
I would sooner implore Duna to intervene than to leave behind a trail of crimson limbs for the innocent to clean away.
The priest collects himself. His eyes still burn, but his words are ice.
May the Seven bless you, Beast. You will be forgiven, son. If not by me, then by mercy of the divine to come. Greetings, child. I find myself in your so-called divine lands, yet I feel his absence deep in my heart all the same. You may feel like an inmate here, but you and your captors are the same stuff, in race and customs, if not heart. You'll see what a difference that can make. Let go well, my child. Perhaps the divine will return to us yet. Perhaps he'll come home in time. Lest the void overtake and devour us all. Our Father, who presideth over us all. Send us your children, your supplicants, the new divine. Our Father, who presideth over us all. Our Father, who presideth over us all. Send us your children, your supplicants, a new divine. Our Father, who presideth over us all. Lest the void overtake and devour us all.
A little respect for Griff's right hand, Tomsy.
Our Father, who presideth over us all. Our Father, who presideth over us all.
If you don't like the game, Topsy, you can fold. Looky here, mates. A fresh face. We love fresh faces, don't we? Oh, yes, we do. Why don't you join us in a round of cards? First hands on the house. Chuff to you, Chief. Here are your cards. You're up first.
You glance at your hand. 2 purple monarchs. A hard hand to beat. Ralvo's eyes linger on the table, where the card lies as innocent as a piece of cardboard can be. His gaze travels up your torso to meet your eyes.
Now, where'd you get a thing like that, mate?
Ralvo counts out the entirety of the table's pot without breaking eye contact.
Go.
Send us your children, your supplicants, and you divine.
I don't think I ain't watching. That's your 5th blue jester this round.
What of it?
Yeah, what of it? Send us your children.
Grab it in your gobblers, the both of you.
If you don't like the game, Topsy, you can fold.
No. Just because the pair of you are filthy cheating liars don't mean I can't beat you.
A little respect for Griff's right hand, Topsy.
Right hand, my winker. Fella's got more right hands than
Hope you're behaving yourself, Freshie.
What are you after, Pipsqueak? Complain to Griff if you don't like it. See how long you keep your ears stuck to your head.
Huh? What are you doing here? Thought Griff had you making the rounds inside. Lucky you. See you later, Christoph.
Send us your children, your supplicants, and you... Our Father,
That's it. I call
who
court.
presideth
Pay up.
over us all. Your children, your supplicants, and you divine. Lest the void overtake and devour us all. lest the Our Father, who presideth.
He's the Reaper for me.
Send us your children. Our Father, who presideth over us all. Lest the void overtake and devour us all.
Glory is mine!
Send us your children, your supplicants, divine. Our Father, who presideth over us all. Our Father, who presideth over us all. Our Father, who presideth over us all. Father, who presideth over us all. Our Father, who presideth over us all. Send us your children, your supplicants, the new divine. Send us your children, your supplicants, the new divine. Lest the void overtake and devour us all. Our Father.
It's too tight.
Ah, you. Thank you for your help earlier. I needed it. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't talked me down.
Where is he? I told him at noon exactly, didn't I?
Mummy's right here. Where are you?
Where is he?
Mummy's right here. Where are you?
I told him at noon exactly, didn't I?
Irma? Irma! Please, please, you must help me. No one here will help me. Not one of these bastards. A child is missing. My baby. Oh, bless you, bless you. She's been missing for days now, and not a single soul will help me look for her. Irma's her name. She's about as high as your hip. Black of hair, a quiet child, not prone to wandering off. I'm sick with worry, completely sick. And no one in this damn camp will lift a finger to help me find her. I last saw her just here, near 3 days ago. She was playing with her little doll, and I was washing out her tunic. I turned from her for one moment, and she was gone. Left her doll behind, too. It's so unlike her. This place turns people cold. Cold and wicked. That fellow Jeth over there speaks unutterable evil, but I can't move away from him. What if Irma comes back and I'm not here? Yes, of course. Here, you should take it with you. When you find her, give her the doll and tell her, Mummy says this is for her little chicken, and it's time to come home. That's what I call her. My little chicken.
She soaks up a steady stream of tears with her shirt sleeve.
She ought to come with you then. She ought to follow you back to me. You are an angel. Truly you are. Irma? Where are you, darling?
I told him at noon exactly, didn't I?
A fella can't hear himself think with all this racket. Day and night she hollers after that child.
Mummy's right here.
Yeah, that Farah. You gotta cut that out. What's happened to you? Aye, she needs help, but none that I can give. Mad as a cuckoo, that one, and twice as loud. Distraught don't even begin to cover it. She's hollering after that child of hers. Killed by a void woken, she was. Been dead and buried for a month now. Never even stepped foot in Fort Joy. And there ain't no amount of hollering that'll bring her back.
Bow your head, please! If we chant the endless prayer, the next divine will ascend! It isn't the words you speak, but rather that you speak them. Prophecy says that only our devotion will restore him to us. A murmur of prayer, constant as the ocean, can lure our savior back to us. Haven't you heard? Bishop Alexander, the divine's own son, is God-woken. He will ascend. He will protect us from this darkness. Do not doubt that he will come into his powers at any moment, and then he shall ascend. Bow your head, please! If we chant the endless prayer, the next divine will ascend, even if your kind has displeased the god so terribly of late. You know what I mean, dwarf. The elves and lizards are no better. The lot of you would drag us all into oblivion with your blind devotion to Source. The time of Source is over. You prove my point, dwarf. The Order will set you right, or you will never leave here. Bow your head, please! If we chant the endless prayer, the next divine will ascend! So do I. By the divine, so do I. If Bishop Alexander doesn't rise, I don't know who will protect us from this darkness. Some blame the Voidwoken for Alexander's failure to ascend. If all we sorcerers can be cured, then the bishop shall be free to rise. So chant the endless prayer. Bow your head, please! If we chant the endless prayer, the next divine will ascend, even if your kind has displeased the god so terrible. You know what I mean. The time of Source is over. You're the slave here, enslaved by a life without divinity in your heart. Embrace it. Abandon your wickedness.
Hey, I know you.
Losa, the dark-eyed jokester you met aboard the ship, waves enthusiastically and dips into a mock elegant curtsy.
Back then, I was Madame Josephine Gribbles de Pube. And you were you. Glad to see you made it. Nothing like a nice tentacle slap across the moor to set the tone for the week, eh? How'd you escape? Me too. Did you hear something? When you were in the water, I mean. I heard the same thing. Do you know what this means? It means I'm not the only...
Losa's voice catches in her throat. The joy drains from her face. Her eyes lose focus, and her whole body goes rigid. She is stock-still, waxy-skinned, her eyes dark. Greyish-black veins run from her eyes down her cheeks. Her head snaps to you mechanically, and her eyes lock with yours, dark pupils dilated into great black voids. Light suddenly flashes back into her face. The grey veins drain to pinkish flesh, and her whole body relaxes.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Ah, it's nothing really. It's just... I'm just a bit... well, a bit... hospitable? Ha! What I mean is, look, you've never been a host, right? That's 'cause you're like a clump of leaves on the side of the road. That ain't bad, though. I'd give just about anything to be like you. But I'm a roadside inn. Red door, flowers out front, friendly lady at the door beckoning you in for half price. Like a goddamn gold star inn for the disembodied. Now, isn't that just the question of the hour? I can't be sure just yet. I'll be surprised if it's a demon. Definitely not a sprite either. Maybe a spectre, but I wouldn't bet money on it. So, how are you enjoying the joy? Yeah, same story here. Reckon in my case, they might actually be right, though. So, you want to check this place out together? Strength in numbers and all that. It does, right? Before we head out, I've got more than a few tricks up my sleeve, so you'll have to pick which one I'll pull out if... when push comes to shove. Lately, I've been into the enchanting arts, but I can shoot, slash, summon, steal, whatever your little black heart desires. So, what'll it be? Sounds fine. So, we're good to go? Yeah? Hey, wait a sec. It looks like you have all the company you need. Maybe another time, when you're a bit more on the lonely side. Till then...